What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my 2021 bowl game predictions. We got the bowl games, they're back. It's this time of year again. We got a lot of bowl games to predict. I did miss the Coastal Carolina Northern Illinois game, Middle Tennessee Toledo game, and the Western Kentucky App State game. But I'm hoping App State can win as they just scored a touchdown. But we're going to be getting into these bowls. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, be sure to leave a like on the video, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off, the Deion Sanders-led Jackson State versus South Carolina State. Going Jackson State, of course, right here. I mean, how can you not? You got a guy like Deion Sanders who's bringing in these amazing recruits and just doing so much for this university's football team. You gotta give the edge to Jackson State. I'm gonna give them the win 41-23 in the Celebration Bowl. Next, we got UTEP and Fresno State. I love the UTEP, the UTEP meme. The UTEP meme's great. UTEP's a great football team, but I'm going to go Fresno State. Really impressed by Jake Hanier. They beat UCLA. They were a good team this season. Little inconsistent, but they got a lot of good wins. I'm going to go Fresno State in a 30-27 victory in the New Mexico Bowl. Now we got the Independence Bowl, the UAB Dragons and BYU. I'm gonna go BYU. I mean, they're 13th ranked. I don't know why they're putting BYU against UAB in the first place. Like, I know they're both non-Power Five teams, but still, BYU should at least be playing a ranked opponent in the Power Five. Um, I mean, you could put them against like a team like University of Houston or something like that, but I don't think UAB is a fair matchup. But I'm gonna go BYU win 27-13 in the Independence Bowl. The London Tree Bowl, Eastern Michigan, and Liberty. Gonna go Liberty. Like Malik Willis, I like the team a lot, so I'm gonna go Liberty, 30-21 in the London Tree Bowl. Jimmy Kimmel, Los Angeles Bowl. Got Utah State and Oregon State. Really impressed by Utah State this season. I really like what they've been able to do. They won the Mountain West over San Diego State. Did very well this season, and I think they're really hot right now. I think they'll be able to beat Oregon State. And I think they're going to be able to do it sizably in a 35-24 victory. Next, we got the New Orleans Bowl, Louisiana and Marshall. Going to go Louisiana, no doubt about it. 23 in the country, won the Sun Belt. Very good team. Only one loss on the season. I think Louisiana will ride right through this game. And I got Louisiana winning 40-28 in the New Orleans Bowl. Next, we got the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Dominion versus Tulsa. I'm gonna go with Tulsa. I mean, they're an AAC team, and they were pretty good this season. I don't really see a team like Old Dominion taking out Tulsa, but it should be a good game. Go Tulsa 27-21. Next, we got Kent State and Wyoming. This is a good game. Kent State. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure they won. They were in the MAC championship, but I really like this Wyoming team, and I'm going to take them over Kent State. Should be a very good game in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. But Wyoming, I think I'm going to edge out Wyoming in the win with a 34-31 victory, but it could go to either team. Next, we got the Frisco Bowl, UTSA, and San Diego State. This will be a really good game. San Diego State been a great team, fell apart against Utah State, but overall has been very good. UTSA, on the other hand, been 12-0 this season. They beat Illinois, so I'm going to go UTSA on this one. Took down a very impressive Western Kentucky team, and I think San Diego State coming off a rough loss against Utah State. I don't think they'll be able to keep up with UTSA, and I've been really impressed with UTSA. So give me them the win over San Diego State, 35-32. Next, we got the Armed Forces Bowl, Missouri and Army. I like Army a lot. I think Army is a great team. They did lose to Navy in the Army Navy game, but it's going to be a good game. I don't like this Missouri team at all. I think they're very inconsistent, and they just haven't played well. So I'm going to give Army the edge in the Armed Forces win. Armed Forces Bowl, I'm going to give them a 27-20 victory. Frisco Football Classic, North Texas, Miami. Going to go North Texas, 28-24. The Gasparilla Bowl, UCF and Florida. This is going to be a really good game. Florida's been bad this season. It's that simple. So I'm gonna go UCF just because of how bad Florida's been. I mean, they've lost to teams like Kentucky and South Carolina, and they just haven't been impressive. So I'll give UCF the win 30-23. 30-24. Hawaii Bowl. Yeah, I'll go Memphis. Yeah, I'll go Memphis in the Hawaii Bowl. Hawaii, I mean, they're just not all that great. So I'll go Memphis 29-24. Camellia Bowl, Georgia State, Ball State. I'm gonna go Georgia State. They were pretty impressive in the Sun Belt this season. So yeah, I'll take Georgia State in a close 31-30, 38-31 game. Western Michigan in the Quick Lane Bowl versus Nevada. Really like Nevada this season. I think they're a great team. And Carson Strong, great quarterback. And they just got an all-around really good team. So I'm gonna go Nevada 28-22. The Military Bowl, Boston College versus East Carolina. I am a fan of East Carolina. Probably my third favorite team. But Boston, this is going to be a close game. I got to go with the ACC team just because, I mean, they're ACC. They got more experience. Actually, I'll go ECU. I like ECU as a team. They got a pretty good team, CJ Johnson. So I'll go ECU 28-26 in the Military Bowl. Birmingham Bowl, Houston and Auburn. Gonna go Houston. I love this Houston team. They played very, very well against Cincinnati, despite losing, but they kept up with the fourth team in the country. Houston been great all year. They were 11-1 to finish the year. Lost the AAC championship, but love Houston as a team. I think they'll slide right through Auburn, 28-20. 28-20. First Chandra Bowl, we got Air Force and Louisville. Going to go Air Force. They've been very good this season, and I think they're a better team than Louisville quite easily. Liberty Bowl, Mississippi State and Texas Tech. Texas Tech's been very inconsistent. Mississippi State's gotten a lot of big wins against big teams like NC State, like Kentucky. So I like this Mississippi State team. I think they're going to be able to pull it off and beat Texas Tech. Holiday Bowl, my NC State Wolfpack against UCLA. I'm going to go NC State, of course. I really like NC State, my favorite team, and 18th in the country. Yet now been a little inconsistent. Lost to a few teams that they maybe shouldn't have lost to, but at the end of the day, UCLA lost to Fresno State, and we have the better record, and we are ranked. So I'm going to go with NC State, 35-26. 35-25, NC State, in the Holiday Bowl. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, West Virginia and Minnesota. Going to go Minnesota. Very impressive. They beat Wisconsin. They were very good all season. So I think they'll keep that up as they are the 2-win. They're the better team by 2 wins. So I'm going to go with Minnesota. Fenway Bowl, I'm going to SMU and Virginia. I'm going to go with Virginia on this one. Very upset pick, like an upset. I like Brennan Armstrong, been really good. And Virginia was very good to start the season. They just kind of fell apart in the last few games. But I like this Virginia team, and I think they'll be able to pull it off over SMU. Maryland, Virginia Tech, going to go Virginia Tech. Maryland, 1 week they're killing a team, the next they're getting blown out. Like they lost. Their defense is just horrible, and their offense can be good, but as a team, they're just inconsistent. So I'm going to go Virginia Tech. Clemson and Iowa State. Clemson's starting to heat up at the end of the year. Like they started off horrible, almost losing to Georgia Tech, lost to NC State, lost to Pitt. Like they lost some bad games, but then they picked it up. They blew out South Carolina. They blew out Wake Forest. Like they won some good games. So Clemson, I think they're heating up now. I think they'll be able to get through Iowa State. Alamo Bowl, Oregon and Oklahoma. This should be a very, very good game. I'm very excited to watch this game. But I think with Oregon's inconsistency, I'm going to go with Oklahoma on this one. I just like Oklahoma as a team better. I think they're more consistent. I think they have a better all-around team. And Oregon losing 2 massive games to a Utah team, it's just not very impressive. So I'm going to give it to Oklahoma, 34-30. Duke's Mayo Bowl, North Carolina versus South Carolina. Gonna go North Carolina. North Carolina has the much better talent. I think South Carolina's performance has been better than North Carolina's, But North Carolina has had much, 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 much more talent. When it comes from like Sam Howell has so much talent, just the consistency and performance isn't there. So I'm going to go North Carolina 31-20 because I think North Carolina, they got the talent, they just got to perform. Music City Bowl, Purdue and Tennessee. I'm going to go Purdue. Tennessee shocked me this season. They were pretty good. But Purdue at the end of the day, they beat Iowa. They beat Iowa. They beat Michigan State. So they were a really good team this season. We're able to go 8-4. So I'll go Purdue. Peach Bowl, Pitt versus Michigan State. This is going to be a great game. I'm going Pitt on the upset. A lot of people are going to question this one, but I really like Pitt. I love Kenny Pickett as a player. Pitt's offense is so explosive, and they got a very good defense as well. Michigan State, on the other hand, has just been really inconsistent. They haven't been able. They lost a few of the game. Their two losses have been to teams that they probably shouldn't have lost to. Uh, they should have lost to Ohio State, but not that bad. And then they lost to Purdue. So Michigan State just hasn't been all that great. Almost lost to Indiana. So they started off hot, and it's kind of bad. So I'm gonna go Pitt because I like what Pitt's been doing lately. I'll go Pitt 31-26. Wisconsin and Arizona State. I'm gonna go Wisconsin. I like Jaden Daniels for the Sun Devils. He's got to put on a little more weight. Like he's really thin. But we're not talking about draft profiles and all that. We're talking about bowl games. But I like Jaden Daniels at a quarterback. I think he could be better, and I think he's got a lot of potential. But I'm gonna go Wisconsin because they've been good this season. So I'll go Wisconsin. In the Gator Bowl, Texas A&M, Wake Forest. I'm gonna go Wake Forest. I still trust Sam Hartman. Uh, and Wake Forest as a team is still really good. They just had they struggled in the last few weeks. I mean, they lost to Clemson, they lost to Pitt, but I still think Wake's still got that amazing offense. The defense isn't great, but they still got that amazing offense. Sam Hartman, I really like as a quarterback. He's very good, so I'll take Wake Forest as a little bit of an upset. But the Sun Bowl, Washington State, Miami. Trevor Van Dyke's been good, or Tyler Van Dyke's been very good. The Miami team's been almost better without De'Aaron King, so I'll take Miami. Uh, the Arizona Bowl, Central Michigan and Boise State. Boise State, I'm going to go with quite easily. Boise State weren't the best this season, but as a team, Boise State's been very, very good. Now we got the Cotton Bowl and the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. I'm going to probably do a separate video on these two bowl games, but for the Cotton Bowl, Cincinnati versus Alabama. Gonna go Alabama quite easily. Like Cincinnati, they went undefeated. Very, very good team this season. But Alabama, coming off of a huge win over Georgia, got to go Alabama. I'll go Alabama 41-34. Next, we got Georgia and Michigan. I'm gonna go Georgia. Georgia's defense is probably the best we've seen in a long time. Michigan, love Aiden Hutchinson, love David Dejabo. Hassan Haskins, very good. But Georgia, too much. Their defense is too much, and they got a great offense as well. So I'll go Georgia 27-20. Outback Bowl, Penn State, Arkansas. I like Penn State in this one. Arkansas has been inconsistent. In Penn State, they've been pretty consistent all year. Won the games they need to win, lose the games that they probably should lose. So I'll go Penn State. The Fiesta Bowl is going to be a really fun game. Notre Dame and Oklahoma State. I think I'm going to go Notre Dame right here. I think I like Notre Dame's consistency. Oklahoma State's coming off a loss to Baylor in the Big 12 championship. So I trust my bet with Notre Dame in Jack Cohn. The Citrus Bowl, Iowa and Kentucky. I like Iowa in this one. No, I'm going to go Kentucky on the upset because I think Iowa, coming off of that huge loss to Michigan, they're just not going to be ready for Kentucky. I think Kentucky can be explosive. Kentucky can be good. They just always don't. They sometimes just don't perform. And then the Rose Bowl, Utah and Ohio State. I'm going to go Ohio State. I trust them more. They've been a powerhouse in recent years. Like CJ Stroud, they're a good team. Sugar Bowl, Baylor and Ole Miss. Gonna go Baylor. They're coming off a very good win versus Oklahoma State, and I like what they've been able to do this season with Blake Shapen and that great defense. Texas Bowl, LSU and Kansas State. I think I'll go LSU. I like LSU for this pick. So yeah, I'll go LSU in a close game. But I'll go LSU. And then the national championship, who wins this matchup? Alabama or Cincinnati. Okay. How many points will be scored in the national championship? I'm not really doing this for the bowl games, but I'll say 86 will be, or I'll go 81 will be 81 will be scored. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.